sometimes you feel no hope. Well, I've been there, I've walked that lonely road.
Neither can the Taliban. The war is clearly not winnable by either side. It begs the question, what on earth are you going to do to change a situation which for the Afghan people means unlimited suffering?
The suffering of the people of Afghanistan, unfortunately, now has continued for 40 years, or over 40 years, under different circumstances. What is our mandate and what is our responsibility today? To make our best efforts to protect our citizens. Our military security forces are much better trained today than they were a few years back.
People can make their own judgments about that. They can also make judgments about the failings of your government. You and Ashraf Ghani have had this rather strange sort of cooperative national unity government deal in place for the best part of 4 years.
Girls thrive in single-sex schools, whereas boys do better in mixed schools. I think it has. I think there is something to be said for the fact that the uptake of STEM subjects is higher for girls that come from a single-sex secondary school.
It's definitely the focus on academics. And I think that's a good thing, but I think you need more than just the academics. You also need the social education. I love what Cliff was saying, Cliff from Kent earlier, about our conscious and unconscious behaviour, and therefore we're going to have conscious and unconscious bias. Stay alive, slow.
Personally, I heard Baby the other day with his really high-pitched voice. Want to hear that? He's sorry. Good morning, it's John Ashwood. How are we doing, man? How are we good? Morning, Tim. Thank you very much for your tweets. I'm at John Ashwood, by the way, if you want to come and say hello. Or if you want to say hi on the text, I've got a mobile phone in front of me. Stick your name on it as well, 63103. Start your message with the red show. Just let me know what you think about this. My best mate's wife basically gives me a massage because that's what she does for a living. And you know what? I'm supporting my mate's business, aren't I? I like to have that service because I'm getting into my fitness even more and more and more. I'm feeling good, but every now and again you just need to make sure those muscles feel good.
Yorkshire's #1 hit music station.
Here we go!
Capital.
Not even old, but that right there, classic Drake already. Drake, God's Plan. Monday morning, we're dealing with it right now. This is Will Cousins, heading towards 4 a.m. You know, before 4, I've got to get it on. Fresh from the ball, it sounded amazing as well. Rita Ora, girls coming up right now, MK17.
Vladimir Ashkenazy and the London Symphony Orchestra. Andrei Previn was conducting the opening movement of Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto number 43 in the Classic FM Hall of Fame, one of 7 entries for Rachmaninoff, and it is my favourite of his piano concertos. I'm Sam Pittis. I'm with you live this morning through until 6. Lots more great music. Where that came from, whether this is where you come when you just can't sleep and you need something to help.
Here on Hearts 4 o'clock Club. Good morning to you. I'm Jenny Faulkner, and I tell you what, have been taking up a lot of space on the front pages over the last few days. Princess Charlotte and Prince George definitely steal the show every time they go out, don't they? On Saturday, it was George who was the focus on the balcony at Buckingham Palace. Did you see? He was up to mischief. So cute though. He was giggling, and then he was shushed by his big cousin of Savannah. Very funny. And then today, every single paper has pictures of Charlotte at the pool yesterday, giggling, skipping, and attempting a forward roll. Expect more royal coverage this week as Meghan is doing her first official engagement with Prince Harry. The Queen, yes, holds up. Some of the milk has been in touch. Francis says it's no rain, no fog, no wind, and a bit chilly. Looking ahead to a little bit later today, some outbreaks of sunshine, but generally a cloudy day. I'm going to take the register in a minute. If you'd like to be marked as present, let me know what you're up to. Don't forget your name, 82122.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, you guys.
What's up?
This is Radio 1's Artist Takeover. Asking Alexandria.
This is Radio 1's Artist Takeover with me, Aaron Wasnon. This is the pinnacle of the show right now. It was requested of me. It was Nate begged of me to play this. This is actually going to be the world premiere. My next album, Shades of Blue, is coming out later in the year. I'm going to world premiere the first single right now. It's a lot more fun than The Long Road Home because I'm not drowning myself in misery anymore. So we've made it a lot more exciting, a lot more fun.
Emma, Mr. Easy Lotto Boys, Bad Vibe on BBC Radio 1, just coming up to 4:30. Okay, coming your way, music-wise. Segala, Bastille, Bruno Mars.
Greater diplomatic dialogue lead to greater artistic dialogue. We'll hear from a South Korean novelist finding the humanity beyond the diplomacy.
The people, unfortunately, are overlooked, and that's, I think, what fiction does, is recenter our attention to the people.
And the video art village that bridges the gap between North and South. That's all coming up on the Cultural Frontline. Now, before Donald Trump had tweeted about meeting Kim Jong-un, Kim met Moon. That's
So anyway, it's Petri with you till 7 o'clock this morning. Johnny Gould in the studio with me, and we've been talking about Matteo Salvini shuts the port to migrant rescue ship. And Johnny, before the break there, you were saying this is a real threat to life in Europe if this isn't dealt with as a whole.
It is. It's an existential threat to the very future of the European Union because the suspicion runs the people who keep on rebelling.
It's Jam. I like this music. Across the East Midlands. Living it up in the city.
Playing music you love. This is Jam.
I found a love.
A couple of amazing teachers who were really helpful for me, and I wanted to be able to give something back in the same way.
I can see myself making a difference to those pupils, which is amazing.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search, apply to teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Fostering, a rewarding, well-paid career. Text Foster to 82727 or visit bythebridge.co.uk. We are By the Bridge. We are fostering.
Mouth Ulcer Diaries, Chapter 1, The Peril of Lady Scarlet. $2.79. The first half looks like a mouth-watering prospect. Little, big on quality, little on price. Subject to availability. Selected stores. Prices in Scotland and NI may vary.
When we moved to Leicestershire, I wanted to find an outstanding nursery for my boy. That's why I chose one of...
For. And of course Vettel knows that this is a monumental championship for him. It's him versus Hamilton for number 5. Of course only Fangio and Schumacher have done that in the sport's history.
Yeah, it's a very special record that those two are both going for this year, and at the start of the year that's so clearly the focus of all of us, and we look at it and go, oh, this season is the battle for a 5th world title. But as you start to go in and the intricacies of the season take over, you look at it race by race, and this is a really important race for Vettel to have won, isn't it, Jodie? And psychologically,
it is, and I think Hamilton has a lot of support in Canada. I know he has a lot of support in Canada. He's got a huge American fan base. He's spends a lot of his time in the States.
Love this. It was number 1 for ages. Not surprising. It is brilliant. It's rudimental. Jeff Grant, Macklemore here on Heart 4 O'Clock Club.
I know you moved on to someone new. Whole life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just want to say thank you.
gone quite quiet recently. Miss Dynamite, It Takes More from her debut album. In fact, it was her first ever official single. Massive explosion on the UK. To the gospel choir who got in touch with me via Twitter today. How about this one? Voices of